Namo Amitabha. Thank you for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The second mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression, I vow to cultivate loving kindness and learn ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I will practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I'm determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, but I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on earth. For our Dharma lessons, we've been reading Pure-Land Zen, Zen Pure-Land, the letters of Patriarch Yin Kuang, and we're continuing today in the introduction with a section on transference of merit. Central to the Pure-Land tradition is the figure of the Bodhisattva Dhammakara, the future Amitabha Buddha, who came to exemplify the Bodhisattva ideal and the doctrine of dedication of merit. This merit transference is a source of the vow power, or other power, in Pure Land Buddhism. Quote, the Mahayana idea of the Buddha being able to impart his power to others marks one of those epoch-making deviations which set off the Mahayana from the so-called original Buddhism. The Mahayanas accumulate stocks of merit not only for the material of their own enlightenment, but for the general cultivation of merit which can be shared equally by their fellow beings, animate and inanimate. This is the true meaning of parinamana, that is, turning one's merit over to others for their spiritual interest. End quote. D.T. Suzuki. The rationale for such conduct, which on the surface appears to run counter to the law of cause and effect, may be explained in the following passage concerning one of the three Pure Land sages, the Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara, Kuan Yin. Quote, some of us may ask whether the effect of karma can be reverted by repeating the name of Kuan Yin. This question is tied up with that of rebirth in Sukhavati, the Pure Land, and it may be answered by saying that invocation of Kuan Yin's name forms another cause, which will right away offset the previous karma. We know, for example, that if there is a dark, heavy cloud above, the chances are that it will rain. But we also know that if a strong wind should blow, the cloud will be carried away somewhere else, and we will not feel the rain. Similarly, the addition of one big factor can alter the whole course of karma. It is only by accepting the idea of life as one whole that both Theravadins and Mahayanas can advocate the practice of transference of merit to others. With the case of Kuan Yin, then, by calling on her name, we identify ourselves with her, and as a result of this identification, her merits flow over to us. These merits, which are now ours, then counterbalance our bad karma and save us from calamity. The law of cause and effect still stands good. All that has happened is that a powerful and immensely good karma has overshadowed the weaker one. Lecture on Kuan Yin by Tek Eng Soon. End quote. This concept of transference of merit, which presupposes a receptive mind on the part of the cultivator, is emphasized in the Pure Land. However, the concept also exists, albeit in embryonic form, in the Theravada tradition, as exemplified in the beautiful story of the Venerable Angulimala. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me today.